go through the immigration process. You can't do anything. How does that make any sense? How is it that these people can disrespect the laws? And also, a lot of these people are doing identity theft. They're doing other bullshit. They're paying some taxes. They're not paying other taxes. I wonder, like, yeah, stealing Americans' job in a lot of cases. Yes, and it's just insane. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's crazy, man. Thank you, been saying this for years. Yeah, exactly. So I think that this argument works, but it works in the opposite direction. How is it that these people have been here for 20 years, but they couldn't figure out how to get any form of citizenship or residence in the country? Like, what are you doing?
Find a way. If they've been productive members of society for 20 years, no criminal record, they worked the entire time, they paid taxes, find them a pathway to citizenship. Find a way where you can do this.
Nope. Because if you do that, then you provide a reward structure around people breaking the law. If you ever have a system that rewards people for breaking the law, you've created a system that rewards people for breaking the law. Why is it that a person who intentionally disrespects and breaks the law of a country gets to get moved to the front of the immigration pattern, or sorry, the immigration line, and get made a citizen or a resident of the country? How is it fair to everybody else who didn't break the law that the people that did get first chances over them? How is it fair to them? This is, and I think this is the problem that a lot of people have, is that they always think about things from a very, very limited perspective, and they never think about it with other people and how they're being treated. Well, then why not change the law? Well, because I agree with the law. I think that you shouldn't just randomly let people in the country. I agree with it. I think that's the way the rules should be, and I don't see any, I see no logical reason otherwise. Yeah, point exactly. Been waiting the turn. Yeah, of course, right? So if I rob banks for 20 years and I get caught in the 21st year, I shouldn't get in trouble? Yeah, it's just nothing about this makes sense at all. And I think that really this is what's happened. I think this is what's very clearly happened, is that people like Joe Rogan,
pick your
Theo
hero,
Vaughn, a couple of these other podcasters, they are afraid of the negative optics of, you know, arresting people in front of their kids or something like that, and they don't want to be seen as that kind of a person. But really, it's not about the optics. Anybody, if you're ever worried about the optics of something, you've now become manipulated by a person who wants to take advantage of you, because you've effectively given your ability to decide your own fate away to somebody else who oftentimes doesn't want you to succeed. So really, whenever you're caring about how do people who don't like me perceive what I'm doing,
30 seconds
well, they're
before
going
you
to try
attack.
to make it look
Get
wrong.
ready.
They're going to try to make it look bad. That's the real reason.
Are you anxious?
You know,
Every
optics are afraid of
moment of
Democrats.
every day.
I mean, I'm sure some of
Can
them
I
are,
help?
but like, I mean, I think
Only
there's
if
more
you can
than that too.
defeat Doom and put the timeline
You're making
back
this argument
together.
where you admitted multiple times didn't play credit card loans multiple times? Yeah, well, I know that was my mom, to be fair. It was my mom, and she did get away with it. Yeah, you're right. But like, what I'm saying is that,
The battle
and
starts
also
in
I think
5,
credit card companies
4,
are total fucking scams
3,
to begin with. They're
2,
scammers and so
1.
fucking. I don't think that it's a
All you need to
scam
do is capture
that
the
you
mission
can't come
area.
into the United
Got it?
States unless you fill out paperwork.
I was a
And so,
prisoner of
yeah,
the
it's a little bit
collective.
different.
One day,
And gosh, I mean, yeah, there are no hiding places around here, nowhere I know. Yeah, of course, and so that's really the difference to me. But either way, I mean, you're trying to make this like a personal thing for me or whatever. Why are you attacking me? Shouldn't you be attacking what I'm saying? Why are you trying to rob this like just completely dishonest comparison that doesn't have anything to do with what I'm saying? Like, why are you even bringing it up in the first place?
mission area is yours to capture now. Double KO.
Really, I mean, well, my principle is, so this is the way that I look at it. I don't derive my morality or ethics from the law. I think that to a certain extent you have to follow the law, but my morality and what I think is right and wrong doesn't really have to do with the law. So there are a lot of things that I think are okay that illegally are not okay, and vice versa. So there are some laws that I agree with and other laws that I don't agree with. And the ones that I do agree with, I think that we should enforce, and the other ones force that much. So it's really just that simple. And the only difference between I think me and a lot of other people is that I'm pretty
Reborn from the
open
chaos.
about this. I'm pretty open about this, and I think that this is a more honest conversation to have. But I don't think people want to have honest conversations. I think that they want to hold on to optics and try to, you know, create these weird little gotchas and stuff like that. That's it. So it's okay to not care about legal internet law. No, I agree with you, but I think that's a stupid decision. So,
I need assistance.
and I'm gonna pull up your message.
Perfect.
Give me 1 second.
It pleases
I'll pull
me
it
to
up
help.
and I'll respond.
Double kill. You brought this on yourself.
So, do you think that we should let illegal aliens into the country without checking? Do you think we should do that? Do you think that's
Rest easy now. You heard.
Born again! You're wasting your time with an argument that you don't even have. You don't even think this.
Feeling stronger
You're
already.
just arguing for no
More than
reason.
half of the mission area. Keep
Like,
going.
it's just, what are you doing? Anyway, let's go ahead. We'll move on, right? They could have worked towards citizenship. Yeah, it's such a waste of time.
Control lost. Vortex field.
That was fast.
My work
Well,
here
yeah,
is
I
not
mean, like,
done.
I have no problem with
Focus on the
somebody that
battle.
wants to like debate on something or whatever. There is no argument. Every country has borders. Yeah, exactly. Assemble!
They knew you wanted to terrorists, cartel members who cross the border, drugs that kill 100,000 people a year.
Yeah.
Okay, but also have a fucking heart, because if you don't, you're not
Well,
going
the
to.
thing is with this is that there are a lot of people and tremendous amounts of people
They are coming from behind.
people that are already here have a path to citizenship if they're found to be here. Then you also created another reward structure through a second order effect called transfer. Because now, if somebody who is already in the United States is able to get a fast-track path to citizenship, that makes it all the more
Your team's
important to
capture
find
progress has
somebody that will
passed the
track
halfway
you into the
point.
United States.
Control C.
And this is the problem, I think, with a lot of this logic here, is that it's not logic. It's just emotion. It's a emotional reaction based off of
You
something
are
that you
under my
see,
spell.
rather than thinking
that's
out
better.
what the right thing is and the best thing is for most people. And I think that it's very easy for somebody to see a YouTube video or somebody to see a clip that's upsetting or emotionally touching to them, and then decide that actually, you know what, let's just get rid of this rule. But there's always a lot of times secondary effects
mustn't
and
let them
sometimes
take
other
this
direct
place.
effects that are just not considered with why these rules exist in the first place. And I think that's one of the big problems.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Get anybody on your side. If you're doing this stuff publicly, throwing women to the ground, handcuffing people, just for existing on the wrong side of the dirt.
Yeah.
Not a criminal. Not the only crime they ever committed was coming over here as a kid.
Yeah.
They probably didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just,
man.
you know, a lot of kids got snuck across
I've
when they
watched
were already born
entire
in Mexico.
realities
And
Yeah,
consumed
and that's the
by
reason why
chaos.
you can't
I
let
won't
them be
let that
that's
happen
the reason
again.
why you can't give them citizenship, because if you do, you've just created a reward structure around sneaking kids across the border.
30 seconds before you attack.
That's the
Get
exact
ready.
reason why you can't do it. Now you have just created an incentive to do this.
grown up their entire life in America, they can't even
You
speak
mean
Spanish.
back when you used children as
This is the era of
weapons in
feeling
your
is upon us.
crusade
Yeah,
against
it's an
mankind?
emotional argument, and too much empathy means the cartels end up profiting. Well, I don't
Then at
necessarily
least we can
think so. I
finally
mean, like,
win.
the
Battle
cartels are
starts in
always going to
5,
find ways to make
4,
money, etc.
3,
But I
2,
feel like it might be a sellout
1.
now.
All you need to do is capture the mission
Looking
area.
at it from a
Got it?
perspective that's incomplete. Not everybody is a terrible person, a sellout, a Jew, or some kind of psycho because they have an opinion that's different. Like, this is not really that crazy of an opinion. Like, it's not that insane. But and people say this all the
little
time.
help, please.
People are not Nazis because they think what I think. He's not a fucking sellout because he's saying.
I need
I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with this. And I think that I think that this is very, there's like a lot of like
I am ready to put on a show.
that people like this have, and I think
You are nothing.
and I think that the problem is that a lot of these clips are number one. So, for example, the woman who was this woman was federally assaulted. She was assaulting a federal officer. Should a federal officer allow himself to be assaulted? Period. Should a person allow themselves to be assaulted? Period. I think the answer to that is no. I don't think they should allow themselves to be assaulted. And I think the answer is never. Never should anybody expect to allow themselves to be assaulted. And she's running away. She's hysterical. She's screaming at him. And he's on the ground. Yes, obviously that's what happened. If she didn't want that to happen, she shouldn't have been grabbing and screaming at him. Like, why is it always on the person who's responding to violence to be the one who measures their response? It's really the person who's doing it in the first place who's wrong, so you should look at why are they doing it. Forcing your kids to be there? Yeah, 100% with you. She deserved it. Yeah, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. I think he separates himself since Elon Musk took distance from Trump. I can't read Joe Rogan's mind. I have no idea. But like, and I'm not trying to. I'm responding to what he's saying.
You are nothing.
So yeah, I think when it comes to retroactively deporting people that have been in the States for years, there could be a merit-based system. Born again! So, for example, I think that if somebody self-reports a really long time, I've left, or I'd like that
I am ready to put on a
that's
show.
totally fine. But the issue is that whenever you're not even leaving, and you're just like basically, I would not support anything that would give a advantage to a person who is a criminal and who has abused and taken advantage of our system. Because not all of them are kids. Some of them are kids, but categorically you can't make decisions based off of the like every law and every rule is going to have a certain amount of collateral damage of people that are affected by it. That happening is not a justification to just simply get rid of the rules. It is still a direct consent. Exactly. And Trump has that as a rule right now. So if you self-deport, you can still have the chance to come back to America if you follow the procedure properly. But nobody has a right to just simply skip the line. There's never any world where somebody has a right to skip the line.
Our enemy has been
You can't do it in a bank. You can't do it at a hospital. You can't do it in an emergency room. They have to call you in. You can't run it. That's it. And so it seems like you didn't listen to your father
My
at deathbed
fate
at all.
isn't sealed yet.
You didn't listen to your father at his deathbed? What is wrong with you?
You'll have to keep fighting until we
This
have
is
a winner.
what do you think my dad support? Like, so I'm gonna pull you out. Like, what a weird thing to say. What do you think that my dad thought about that?
My magic is growing.
So we shouldn't let ISIS. Yeah. Well, so why are you bringing up my dad? I mean, don't you think that's weird to say that? I mean, because do you think that my dad was on like his deathbed and he was trying to explain to me? See, and I think that really this person is a great example of what I'm talking about. Is because this person is completely ruled by their emotions. They're completely ruled by their emotions, and they made the mistake that I am too. So they're trying to use an emotional thing and to try to disagree with themselves. But I think
I am ready to put on a show.
is an indicator of their thinking. That's the way that I hear them. Maybe I should have checked. Yeah, exactly. It's just the retard. That's a bit. What my point is that there's a lot of emotional manipulation that goes on. And the moment that you allow people like that to control you is the moment that you will completely lose anything that you have. It's grossly manipulative and wrong. Yes, exactly. And it's AI, it doesn't think. I mean, maybe you're right. Yeah, I have no idea. And so his comment was inappropriate. Why'd you ban the previous guy? Because he was anybody who's going to go into my stream and argue with me about something they don't even think is just wasting my time. I don't like having fake arguments with people that don't even believe something in order for them to get attention on stream. I think that it's a waste of my time and it's a waste of everybody else's
30
time
seconds
too.
before you attack.
And so unless
Get
you
ready.
actually have a belief system that you want to advocate for in a respectful way,
When I see
then
someone
I
with
don't want
powers
to hear
like
your
yours,
devil's
I
advocate
think,
argument.
wow. I mean, how
You
can I
don't even
compare?
believe your own argument.
Don't compare.
Think
You
about that.
just
You
spread
don't
your
even
light.
believe what you're
You
saying.
don't
Why
have
are
to
you
be a
saying
witch to find the magic.
it's a waste
in
of
this
time.
world.
So in order
But
for
it
things
does
like, yeah,
help.
exactly. And so yeah, retards advocate. Yeah, bring up fathers, good
battle
shit can do.
starts in
Well,
five,
it doesn't. That's not the point, right?
three,
He's just an idiot who
2,
cares. But the
1.
point is that by
All you
doing
need
so,
to do is capture the mission
what he's
area.
doing is he
Got
is
it?
indicating.
Let's just talk about
Let me
the
pause this here. He's indicating what his value system is. His value system and his currency of value is emotions. He wants to manipulate a conversation emotions. He wants to control those emotions. He doesn't want to think about this logically or rationally.
I require some aid.
That's what it is. And so anyway, I'll show this. And so I said before that people would never accept that. And this is what this guy is saying. Fuck this worthless unfunded power thinks he's clever or worth listening to. You don't get to play the liberal after you help the left cat pedo. You own everything he does. And so there we go again and again and again. Everybody is going to hate you for this. The bridges are burned. The boats are burned. There's no going back. You've already decided what you've done. Like, if you supported Trump and you were advocating for him and fucking endorsing him, these people will never forgive you. They will always hate you. You're never going to get back in their good graces. And to the extent that you might support them, that's only so they can use you for their own advantages. You will never be that way. They will never want you again. It is over, and it's been over. I don't know why there's delusion. That's how you convert people back to Democrats. These people don't understand how going scorched earth is a detriment to their own goals. Well, it's because they're emotional and aggressive.
Destiny awaits.
And a lot of these people don't really care about the issues either. They just care about using the issues as a weapon to attack other people. If Rob using this about no,
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway
I really
point.
mean this. Like
The cosmos heals.
right? I mean, like, why am I going to care about what some idiot says?
Better
I wish more people had this perspective.
willing to help?
Wow, somebody on the internet said something.
Namor's beasts have been returned to the sea.
Who gives a shit? Who gives? I just stopped. Yeah, what are you even thinking? Well, why am I even thinking about it still?
Control seized.
So anyway, I agree with the 90% of the arguments. The immigration one, I just can't. I'll pull up one more person, and I'll go ahead and I'll listen to like what you're saying.
I have found more
So,
lost
do you
souls.
think that we should allow illegal aliens into the country without like, you know, checking them? Or emotional manipulation is a huge tool of force as well. Most people that want to activate on laws want to do so to subvert the law. You want to take you to a lower form of thinking in order to change what you believe. I think borders should be closed, but the ones already in should be integrated into society. So you think that we should give people that broke the
Control
law
lost.
and intentionally disrespected our country an advantage in
Anyone willing to help?
immigration over people that have followed the law and tried to go through the immigration process themselves? You think we should give people that are in the country illegally already priority over people? Obviously not. Okay, so then you...
I am ready to put on a show.
Born again!
Then how could you advocate?
You'll have to keep
Obviously
playing
not
until
the
we
system
have winner.
pretty bullshit all the passports and things without crossing the border violating law. So you think that, like, let me just look it up. How many people are great?
Born again!
Risk of desperation, Namor. You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Is there's
Neutral
over
lost.
1 million people that have done it legally
You'll
right
have to
here.
keep fighting until we have a winner.
So if it's so
As
impossible to do,
Sorcerer
how are 1 million
Supreme,
people
I
doing it?
oversee other
And also, here's another question that I have. Why is it our country's responsibility